amigos? How's it going, guys? Welcome to a new episode here at PYC Fit Podcast. We are on episode 13 already. Man, it's been plenty so far. We always have invites. It's been great. This time we're doing a little different. We usually bring up prepared good stuff. We have a cover. We have everything good to go. We take care of it, and eventually, well, you see the final result. Today we're doing a little different. Today we have our Facebook Live. We're also running the show on English. I actually run in Spanish and stuff like that. But I think we're on the border. We have very, we're fluid with both, most of us at least. And I think we're in the right spot, to talk about it every once in a while when it comes to this, right? Now, today's episode is, do we really need balance in our life? Now, before I go in there, it's just a very interesting topic, because I'm going to go over some of my personal experience, some of the experience I heard from our invites, I'm sure you guys heard as well, and some of real life scenarios, real stuff that comes into the game. Also, we're going to be interacting with our Facebook friends right here. I know most of us are not connected. I was thinking, should I put it on Instagram, should I put it on Facebook, but this is and so on Facebook. I think that's the main connection to the rest, right? And looking forward to start. And before we continue, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors, guys. We take care of them the best way possible. There's mistakes here and there too, but there's also honest, shit we messed up, we bring it up and we go from there, right? And fix it. We do our best work, right? We examine cultural, social work. Thank you guys. Thank you for making it possible. Thank you for your patience as well. Blockbusters, once again, maybe we're sure one line, right? Thank you guys. And obviously, EBT Logistics. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you guys to making all this possible. Now, once again, our title, and we trying to go for it. And do we need bags? They're back. Now, what is bags? Some of us really, we're looking forward to have balance with our families, with our relationships, with our friends, and or work and life and stuff like that. And think about balance. It creates a routine, which I'm not saying it's wrong. You do need a routine. You do need something that makes you consistent. I'm very agreeable when it comes to that. You need something that makes you consistency. Consistency makes to the point, right? Now, the problem with that is, setting goals is another thing as well. What will happen if you set a goal, plus you add the unbalanced part? Think about it for a second. If I'm unbalanced, I'm gonna do crazy stuff. I'm gonna be doing work, my training, my nutrition, everything the best way, insanely possible, right? What will happen? And I'm consistent too. You're doing something really out of the norm, really out of the normal, right? In a consistent basis, you will get to your goal. One, you will start feeling uniqueness in yourself, because the thing about it, as we do these things, we start experiencing the anxiety. Now, what is anxiety? I'm not a doctor at this, I'm not a psychology, but why do feelings on my experience? I can tell you, I feel like just when I'm not accomplished, a check mark. Today I was supposed to do this, and I didn't do it, or the day is closed and I haven't done it yet. And I think most of us are in that spot, right? And the best way that you can overcome that is understanding. Understanding that you have it here, and you will do your best to get it. And if whatever thing is under your control, you didn't get it through, then you gotta overthink. Then the next day you're gonna do better. You got what you should do. Okay. And then you gotta understand more of yourself, how consistent you are, how disciplined you are. Okay. On previous episodes that we had, we saw it. People think this podcast itself, which, by the way, once again, we're interacting on Facebook Live right here. We're also recording our next episode that was going to be coming up within the next 2 to 3 days. You should see it, all right? Make sure you follow us once again. And PYC theory of the cup. But anyways, one of the things I've seen with our guests, some of them are musicians, some of them are trainers just like me, some of them work on logistics, some of them work, I don't know, man, that's logistics, and they run businesses like ours. Some of them they just normal people, or what we think is normal, right? But the qualities that all of them have is that they have crazy goals. They have crazy goals ahead of them, all right? And with those crazy goals included, they understand that they have to be consistent with those, right? So it goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. You can have a consistent basis of a routine. It's you wake up early, you training. It's you do your training, you do your work. Yes, you have it in balance, right? But you still got, I think on my experience and the experience I heard from previous episodes of our guests, you still just gotta push a little more. Okay? Just a little more. You might say, why, man? Like, aren't you at peace? You wanna achieve such thing? Well, it depends. What's peace to you? But because what I've seen from characters, most of us, see as idols, right? Those characters that have the distant and those characters that have the consistency as well. And they just they just gotta go in there and say, I just think that's the right go in there and say. And example, currently we're running the challenge, right? The challenge is 100 miles in the next 30 days, right? Then we have 1,500 pull-ups in 30 days. We also got 3,000 push-ups as well as 4,500 squats. Does that sound insane? In 30 days? Probably it is. Probably so. And that including your regular training. And maybe it sounds insane for a lot of people, but it takes a constant progression to get to those kind of goals. My goals are not the same right now that when they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You gotta top the line every time. And as you top the line every time, you put your goals, you build a system, you create a routine, you develop a better routine over time. You also notice that your goals get more tougher, more challenging, and you start to know yourself more. This is who I am. Shit. I can really have the pressure. Then I have two choices. I go back to lowering my goal, or I go back to challenging myself. And if I don't make it, at least I have discovered a new level of patience within myself, a new level of resistance over pressure. And that new level of resistance over pressure will give you a different mindset, a different attitude towards things in life. Because I think life itself is very out of our control. We don't have control over anything. Anything can happen anytime. We go outside, something happens, and there's something that my life changes, right? So I think our duty is just to get into the game of saying, you know what, this is what I have control of, which is my body, my mind, and my spirit. Those are three things I'm just very emphasized about when it comes to, the training itself. The beginner, it's training, the rest goes along, right? So if I have control of my body, I'm gonna go and train. If I don't have a gym, I'm gonna be able to take your body weight. If I have a gym, I go. If I don't go, hey, come on. Just come on with it, honestly. I go to that, come on. And that's one thing. You see, I just explained right there that when you have control of my body, I have the choice of making my body better. And when you make the body better, it doesn't mean, some people think it's aesthetic wise. I think it's exposing the right mechanics that we have towards the right challenges. Our body has great mechanics, jumping, exploding, mobility, everything, all that. If I can get over that better, great. Why not? Put it to the test. Our body should be putting to the test. That's what I think. Some people think body's more like an aesthetic thing. Is it really an aesthetic thing? Think about it first. Is it really? Right? How we look today when we're young is going to be so different from how we look in 20, 30 years. It is how we perform, how we use our body to the right points. Our mind will change the tree because our mind will give us more, will give us more capacity for understanding your body, understanding things wrong, right? The more you understand, the more you're gonna put yourself in tougher spots, and the more you gotta tell yourself. You see, your body was the thing you have control over. Officially became the thing that's gonna test your life. And when your body is broken, let's say you're doing something that's a performance that's gonna make your body really tired. The mind is being tested. Your mind gets broken. Now what's next? Your spirit. You start to have a stronger spirit within yourself. And I don't know if I'm you. I'm just a guy that, when it comes to spirit-wise, I connect with it towards pillars. I have to break my body, break my mind, and get to that point. That's what I think it should. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong again, right? But that's the experience I've got, and that's the experience I've been able to project to clients, to friends, to family, relationships. And that's what I think, right? And, having said that as well, same question we ask ourselves at the beginning of the podcast. Do we really need balance? Why will balance break us? I think balance will give us an stability point, but you can only be stable for so long. If you are stable for so long, too much time, you become comfortable. If you become comfortable, you stop progressing. So you gotta put yourself back in an unbalanced way to reach a new balance point, to reach a new peaceful point. And I think it's a cycle that we all have to experience. A cycle that will put us to the test, that will make us better, whatever we do. I think personally that the body's a default. The human body is just a default, that you just gotta test it. And I think it's a disrespect to our generations before us, that they physically put themselves to the test just to survive, to make sure we're here. If you're here, you made it. You made it here. Your bloodline made it all the way to here. Grandfather was a warrior, was someone that exposed its physical attributes. And not using your physical attributes, I just think it's really bad disrespect to them. Those people that we put in the work for it to make sure you're alive. That's what I always think. The physical is always to be put into the test. And naturally, the more you put it to the test, the more you build a stronger body, you build a stronger mind, you build a strong spirit, you create a strong base. And that strong base will eventually affect a positive outcome to whatever is around you, whatever that is. It can be your faith, it can be your work, it can be your family, it can be any of that stuff. Okay, so once again, guys, that's our main topic. Our main topic, our main concern. Maybe we don't need balance after all. Maybe balance is gonna make us, like I said, we'll create a point of stability, and too much stability will create a comfort, and that comfort will just not help us. I think as human beings, we just need to be exposed all the time, exposed in things we don't like to do. And some of us are watching this. Once again, thank you guys for our Facebook Live. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, and once again, this is exposure. This is testing what we're uncomfortable with. You see, PYC Fit podcast, it was created, yes, but it's another courage to be here. And this is not the best comfortable way to be, But guess what? We're still doing it because that's a real thing. The more you expose yourself, the more you put yourself in a testing yourself situation, the more you're gonna get something out of it. Simple as that. But I can tell you from experience, the main base that created this uncomfortable point that I'm going and fighting against, it was the physical. If it wasn't from the physical, if it wasn't because of the physical attributes that were put into the test, and then it created a stronger mind, a stronger spirit, I wouldn't be doing anything around, around that I do. A better business, a better person, a better family member, a better husband, whatever. It takes time. It just takes time. You just gotta do those things, right? And even coming up with new ideas. We're doing this episode 13 of PYC podcast with a Facebook Live. And we're doing it in our language. We usually do Spanish. We're putting ourselves in a real comfort position because that's where you're gonna get better. And that's just the way it has to be. Okay? So once again, let's really think about that title. Do we really need balance? Do we really need balance? What is balance gonna bring us? Goes back to what I already said here for 10 before. It's gonna bring that point of stability. Stability equals comfort. Too much comfort equals no progress at all. And that's just the way it has to be. You gotta just get yourself out of that, I think. And you've seen it throughout the journey of this and this page of podcast, helping people out there. You see it through the previous episodes. We bring different people. And this is the first episode, or the second, I believe so, that I'm doing this on myself. We always bring people, but the idea of bringing people is to make sure they develop the same message that we're trying to put out there. And that is putting ourselves in a getting better position. The only way to do it is put yourself out there and risking it. Right? Other than that, we're getting towards the end of our episode 13 of PYC podcast. Thank you very much for the ones that joined throughout Facebook Live. We did a little different this time. We will see the full episode uploaded to our platform on YouTube and obviously Spotify and all that good stuff. And just making sure we put out the right message out there. And one of the things that I mentioned before in other videos for PYC brand is that what do you want to know? The price or the cost? What is the price of taking small decisions today? What cost will bring that price? If you take tough decisions today, I'm going to invest in my health. I'm going to invest on my finances. I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to invest in better my nutrition. On a price, I think is too much, but think about it. Some say $80 a week. That's just something that average that I hear. If you can substitute those $80 to the right decision, to the right thing to put on the right investment for you and making yourself better, the cost will be a great thing. You will have a greater cost, a better longevity training, a better mindset, better situation. Whether do you have a business or not, it doesn't matter. The word business is just the word, but at the end of the day, it does not matter. What matters here is, are you gonna take the right price today to have a better cost tomorrow? Or are you gonna take a cheap price today and a heavy cost tomorrow? Okay. And so, which will back to the main topic of today's podcast. So, once again, guys, thank you very much for joining today's podcast. I'm looking forward to bring up the episode 14 with a great guest. He's down in Laredo. He's very known here in the city. He has provided great things for the community, as in nutrition wise. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna be putting more updates about it soon. And I'm looking forward to really make those things, making those prime messages possible to you guys. And once again, other than that, thank you very much for joining, and I'm looking forward for the next episode. Have a great one. Thank you.